Did you know that in 1867, the Alaska Territory was purchased from Russia for $7.2 million? It's always a good idea for travelers to get a little bit of background and basics before visiting a new place. So today I'm going to be sharing a beginner's travel guide to Alaska. Hello, I'm Jeanette at Rustic Pathways, and we take students ages 12 to 22 on immersive travel programs all around the world. And Alaska is one of the destinations that we visit. But before we get started, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos. Okay, let's get started. Where is Alaska? Alaska is in the northwest corner of North America and is the 49th state of the US and the largest yet most sparsely populated state in America. It's a stunning place with beautiful landscapes, 8 national parks, rich wildlife like bears, foxes, wolves, moose, and so much more. Alaska is also known as the land of the midnight sun, and I'll explain more on that in just a bit. The state capital of Alaska is Juneau, and Juneau is the second largest city in the US by area. Now let's move on to languages, and you might be surprised about this next fact. English is the official language of Alaska, but also the following native languages. I didn't want to attempt to pronounce any of those languages because I know I'm going to butcher it, so hopefully that list was helpful. Now let's talk about the weather. The weather in Alaska can vary based on the region and season. It can be pretty chilly with temperatures reaching an average of minus 13.5 degrees Fahrenheit in the winter, and on average 65 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer. July is the warmest month in Alaska, and that happens to be when we send our students on our Off the Map Alaska program. It's also my birthday month. July is great. Now this reminds me of something important. Because Alaska is so far north, the sun doesn't set during the summer, hence why it's called the land of the midnight sun. So don't forget to pack your sleeping mask if you're going to be traveling there in the summer, because you're going to have trouble sleeping. Also remember that in the winter, it's the opposite. So some places in Alaska don't see the sun for 2 months during the winter. That's got to be really crazy. I honestly can't even imagine just being in darkness for 2 months. Now this brings me to when is the best time to visit Alaska. We recommend visiting Alaska during the summer months, which is from late May to mid-September, since the weather is a lot better. However, if you want to see the northern lights or do some winter activities like skiing, then January to March is your best bet. So the best time to go to Alaska really depends on what you want to do and what you want to see. Also remember, the peak travel time for Alaska is the summertime. There's so much to see and do in Alaska, but you shouldn't miss Denali National Park, which is 6.1 million acres and home of the tallest peak in North America. Also, you should visit a glacier, see amazing wildlife, maybe do some whale watching, white water rafting, and learn about dog sledding too. And actually, these are some of the things that our students do on our Off the Map Alaska travel program. Transportation in Alaska. Alaska is so big that your best bet will be a rental car, bus, or train. There are also ferries, and you might even need a bush plane to get to more remote areas. And did you know that bush planes are called the SUVs of Alaska? Of course, we arrange all of the transportation for our students, which might mean riding in vans and boats. Now let's talk about food. Yay! Seafood is really big in Alaska, and it's no surprise that the Alaskan state fish is the giant king salmon. Also, reindeer sausage is very popular, and it's one of Alaska's most iconic foods. And of course, there are more foods for you to try in Alaska, but if you go, you can't miss out on the seafood. Where to stay in Alaska. On our travel program, students don't have to worry about accommodations because we organize that for them. And on our Off the Map Alaska program, students camp in remote and stunning places. But of course, if you don't want something that rustic, then you can stay at Airbnbs or grand hotel resorts, as well as remote wilderness lodges. Alaska is a beautiful state, and we hope that you get to visit soon. We also hope that this beginner's travel guide has been helpful for you. If you'd like to visit Alaska with Rustic Pathways, then make sure to check our Off the Map Alaska travel program, and I'll have that for you in the video description. Also, let us know if you're even interested in going to Alaska at all. Let us know in the comments. We absolutely love hearing from you.